Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair and felt unsteady? A quiet ache in your knee? A stiffness in your ankle that wasn't there a year ago? You chalk it up to age. Maybe even tell yourself, well, that's just what getting older feels like. But what if I told you it might not be age at all? What if I told you that what's on your plate, yes, even the vegetables you thought were healthy, might quietly weaken your joints, balance, and freedom to move? Let me share a story. Mr. Harold, 68, used to love walking his dog every morning, but his steps grew shorter over time and his knees ached. He assumed it was just arthritis creeping in until a simple diet change changed everything. Not a new medication, not surgery, just food. In this video, I want to walk you through a surprising truth gently. The 3 vegetables you should avoid if you're over 60 and care about your joints. And the 3 vegetables that can help you feel stronger, more stable, and more alive again. I'll also share how to prepare them correctly so your meals taste good and support the very legs that carry you each day. So, before you reach for that next salad or stir-fry, stay with me. This might change how you walk, literally, and into the next chapter of your life. But first, let me ask you something. Have you noticed any foods that leave your body stiffer than strong? Let me know in the comments, because you're not alone. Now let's begin with a vegetable that seems healthy, but might be sabotaging your joints from the inside out. The right foods don't just fill your stomach, fuel your freedom. Broccoli, nature's anti-inflammatory armor. Let me tell you a little story about a woman named Alice. Alice is 72, fiercely independent, soft-spoken, and still insists on gardening every Sunday morning. But a year ago, her legs started to feel weaker. She sat to rest more often, and walking uphill became harder. Deep down, she worried, am I slowly losing the strength to do what I love? After a visit to a nutritionist, Alice didn't get a new medication. She got a grocery list, and at the top of it, broccoli. Why? Well, simple. Broccoli is one of the most powerful foods you can eat after 60, especially for your joints and circulation. Broccoli contains a natural compound called sulforaphane, which acts like a little warrior inside your body. It fights silent inflammation, which stiffens knees, weakens balance, and wears down joints over time. For people over 60, chronic inflammation is often invisible until the day you trip over a rug or can't get out of a chair easily. But every forkful of steamed broccoli, it's a quiet act of healing. And there's more. Broccoli is rich in vitamin K and calcium, which help preserve bone density, so your skeleton stays strong, not fragile. It's also packed with antioxidants that keep your arteries soft and flexible, so your legs stay nourished and your steps feel light again. And here's a little secret. Sulforaphane is sensitive. If you overcook broccoli, boil it to mush, you lose much of its magic. The best way is to steam it lightly for 3 to 4 minutes until it's still vibrant green and slightly crisp. Add a touch of olive oil or lemon juice and your joints will thank you. Alice started adding broccoli to her lunch 3 times a week. In less than 2 months, she noticed something. She could stand longer, climb stairs more easily, and experience less soreness in her ankles. She said, I didn't expect a vegetable to give me back my mornings, but here I am, planting tomatoes again without pain. Sometimes healing doesn't come in a pill bottle. Sometimes it grows in your garden. Spinach, the hidden engine behind strength and mental clarity. If broccoli is your armor, spinach is your engine. This leafy green might seem ordinary, but inside it contains mussels and natural nitrates, compounds that help open up blood vessels, improve blood flow, and carry oxygen more efficiently to your muscles and brain. For someone in their 60s or 70s, that's no small thing. Better circulation means less stiffness, fewer leg cramps, and sharper thinking. Let me introduce you to George. He's 69 and used to call himself Foggy George because he always lost focus by 3 p.m. He started blending spinach into his morning smoothie. Nothing fancy, just a handful, some frozen banana, and flaxseed. And within weeks, that mid-afternoon brain fog, gone. Even more surprising, his legs stopped feeling heavy during his evening walks. Spinach is also packed with lutein and folate, both crucial for memory and nerve function. It protects your eyes, strengthens your brain, and keeps your muscles responsive. Just like with broccoli, how you prepare spinach matters. Eat it lightly sautéed in olive oil or blend it raw into a smoothie. Avoid boiling it to death. it will lose much of its goodness and may even become harder to digest for sensitive stomachs. And remember, it's not about eating a mountain of greens, it's about consistency. A handful each day goes a long way in protecting your independence. Carrots, the silent protectors of vision, balance, and vitality. Do you remember the old saying, "Eat your carrots, they're good for your eyes"? That advice was more than just a parent's trick to finish your dinner. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, which your body turns into vitamin A, essential for maintaining sharp vision. But the benefits go beyond eyesight. Strong vision helps prevent falls. It helps you drive, read, and walk with confidence. And more than that, the antioxidants in carrots protect your nerves and blood vessels, the very systems that control balance and coordination. So yes, a carrot daily can help keep you on your feet. And here's a simple trick. Eat them raw when you can. Grate them into salads, slice them as snacks, or blend them into a smoothie. Their natural crunch means the nutrients stay intact, and fiber helps control blood sugar. Plus, they're sweet, satisfying, and easy on the teeth, even for sensitive gums. Take it from Linda, age 74, who swapped afternoon cookies for sliced carrots and hummus. Her blood pressure dropped, and she also said her evening walks feel steadier now. These aren't just vegetables. Their small daily choices build the foundation for stronger legs, sharper minds, and a longer, more independent life. Next, let's discuss the vegetables you might want to avoid, no matter how healthy they look. Because sometimes, what we don't eat is just as powerful as what we do. Let's take a closer look. Not every healthy-looking food is healthy for you, especially after 60. Eggplant, the stealthy joint aggravator. Meet Frank. He's 66, recently retired, and finally had the time to explore cooking again. He discovered eggplant recipes, baked, grilled, and even blended into soups. Everything seemed fine until his knees started acting up. "I thought I was just overdoing the gardening," he told me. But something didn't add up. He wasn't falling. He wasn't straining. And yet, his joints were getting stiffer by the week. Frank didn't know that eggplant contains a natural compound called solanine. It's part of a group of plants known as the nightshades, including tomatoes and potatoes. While solanine isn't dangerous for everyone, it can trigger inflammation in more sensitive people, especially older adults dealing with arthritis, nerve pain, or muscle stiffness. For seniors, whose resilience naturally declines, that inflammation can quietly settle into the knees, hips, and lower back. You may not notice it immediately. It begins as subtle tightness, a little more fatigue when walking, or soreness that lasts longer than usual. Frank decided to cut out the eggplant for a few weeks. And slowly, things shifted. His joint pains softened. His morning stiffness faded. He said, "I never thought a vegetable could be behind my discomfort, but now I'm careful with what goes on my plate." If you love eggplant, it doesn't mean you must say goodbye forever. But after 60, it's wise to eat it sparingly and watch how your body reacts. Green bell peppers, the hidden spark of silent inflammation. Now this one might surprise you. Green bell peppers are colorful, crunchy, and often praised for being low-calorie. But for some seniors, they can quietly irritate the gut and inflame the joints. Let me explain. Green peppers, also part of the nightshade family, contain lectins, which are proteins that can bind to the lining of your intestines. In healthy adults, the body handles this just fine. But as we age, our digestion tends to slow down, our gut lining becomes more fragile, and our immune system becomes less responsive. In this setting, lectins can do more harm than good. They may trigger low-grade inflammation, interfere with nutrient absorption, and disturb the gut-brain balance, affecting energy, mood, and movement. Barbara, 70, always felt bloated after eating her usual veggie stir-fry with green peppers, but she thought it was just age. Then she swapped green peppers for red ones, sweeter, riper, and naturally lower in lectins. Within a week, she felt lighter. Her hands didn't feel as swollen in the morning. And best of all, her digestion became easier. So here's the takeaway. If you enjoy bell peppers, choose the red, yellow, or orange ones. They're fully ripened, richer in antioxidants, and gentler on aging systems. Green peppers aren't bad, but they're often not the best choice for seniors. White potatoes, the comfort food that quietly weakens stability. White potatoes, they're a staple in many American homes. Mashed with butter, baked with cheese, fried as a side. Comforting? Yes, But comforting doesn't always mean kind. White potatoes are high in simple starches, which the body converts quickly into sugar. This causes your blood sugar to spike and then crash, stressing your circulation, nerves, and especially your lower legs. And after 60, this matters more than ever. You see, unstable blood sugar doesn't just increase your diabetes risk. It can also lead to tingling or numbness in the feet, slower healing in wounds or bruises, more inflammation around the joints. Poor circulation affects your balance and stability. Tom, 73, used to love his hash browns for breakfast, but he began experiencing cold feet, literal and emotional. His podiatrist suggested switching to complex carbs, like sweet potatoes or oats. He resisted initially, but his legs felt stronger after a month of change, and his energy stopped crashing midday. White potatoes also lack the vibrant nutrients of their orange cousins. Sweet potatoes offer beta-carotene, fiber, and a lower glycemic index. So no, potatoes aren't the villains, but the type of potato and how often you eat it can make all the difference. Aging doesn't mean giving up your favorite meals. It just means learning to choose them with more wisdom, care, and love for the body that's carried you this far. Next, we'll wrap up with a few key takeaways, and I'll share a simple, real-life meal plan to help you protect your joints and energy daily. Shall we continue? It's not the big things we do once, but the small things we do daily that build a strong, joyful life. I want to tell you a truth that took me and many others a long time to learn. Aging well isn't about chasing miracle cures. It's about paying attention to the quiet messages your body sends you daily. That slight stiffness in the knees after dinner, that foggy moment mid-afternoon, the leg that feels heavier than the other when you walk up the stairs. They're not random. They're reminders, gentle whispers from within, asking for more care and intention. And that's the biggest lesson today. Food is not just fuel. Food is instruction. What you eat tells your body what to build and what to break down. The 3 broccoli vegetables we talked about, broccoli, spinach, and carrots, whisper to your body, heal, protect, strengthen. Meanwhile, the others, eggplant, green peppers, white potatoes, may say, inflame, irritate, slow down. But this isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware. Because even one small change repeated daily can shift the course of your health in ways you never expected. Try this simple, joint-friendly plate. Here's a gentle suggestion to start with, something easy you can try this week. Breakfast, oatmeal with a handful of walnuts, carrot sticks on the side, green smoothie, spinach plus bananas, almond milk. Lunch, grilled chicken or salmon, steamed broccoli, lightly salted, a dash of olive oil, sweet potato mash. Afternoon snack, hummus with baby carrots. Herbal tea. Dinner, quinoa salad with red bell peppers, beans, and avocado. Roasted carrots with herbs. Berries for dessert. You don't have to follow it exactly. You can use it as inspiration, your gentle blueprint towards stronger joints, clearer energy, and a more comfortable body. A gentle reminder. Before we close, every bite you take is a vote. A quiet, decisive vote for your strength, clarity, and independence. You may not see the results overnight, but like watering a garden, the changes come slowly, beautifully, and steadily. And one day you'll notice, hey, I walked farther today. And it didn't even hurt. That's the moment you know you're moving forward. Not just through age, but through life, with purpose, choice, and dignity. Sometimes one small change today becomes the reason you walk stronger tomorrow. We've walked together through which vegetables nourish your joints and which quietly harm them. Now the next step is yours. If today's video gave you even one new idea for your plate, I invite you to do 2 small things right now. First, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. Because in the next video, we'll uncover simple daily habits that can protect your knees, hips, and balance, even after 70. Second, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a 1 in the comments if you found this helpful, or share. Which of these veggies will you add or remove from your meals starting this week? Every comment helps not only you, but thousands of others who are walking this same path to stronger, steadier, more joyful years ahead. And remember, your body listens to the choices you make daily. Together, let's give it the care and love it deserves.